First up, Donald Trump's criminal hush money trial is now underway in New York City. He's accused of paying hush money to an adult actor before the 2016 presidential election. Trump is now the first former president to face a criminal trial. William Denslow reports.
Day one of Donald Trump's criminal hush money case is in the books. Donald Trump faces 34 counts of falsifying business records. Donald Trump has pleaded not guilty. Entering the courthouse, he once again railed against the justice system, saying it has been weaponized against him. He says that this case is unconstitutional, all in a bid to hurt his chances of winning re-election come November.
It's a scam trial. If you read all of the legal pundits, all of the legal scholars today, there's not one that I see that said this is a case that should be brought or tried. It's a scam. It's a political witch hunt. It continues, and it continues forever.
There were some wins and some losses for Donald Trump and his legal team at the start of proceedings. When it comes to Donald Trump's losses, well, he was seeking for Judge Juan Merchan to recuse himself from this case. Donald Trump is furious with the gag order that the judge has slapped on him. Judge Merchan, though, ruling that he will not be stepping aside during this case. Another big win for prosecutors is that Karen McDougal, who claims to have had an affair with Donald Trump, will be allowed to testify. A win for Donald Trump's team, though, is that the Access Hollywood tape in which Donald Trump is heard saying that he can grab women by the genitals will not be allowed to be played, but prosecutors will be allowed to at least reference it during this trial. Jury selection is underway, and it's expected to be a long and laborious process to try and find 12 people deemed to not have a strong and biased opinion of the former president, either in favour or against him. Just to give you a sense of how hard it'll be to whittle down a jury pool to 12 members, well, of the initial pool of 96 people, when asked if they had strong opinions of Donald Trump, more than half of them put their hands up and were dismissed from selection immediately. Jury selection is a process that's expected to last up to 2 weeks, and this trial as a whole could last up to 2 months. William Denslow in New York reporting for DD India.
And joining me is Dr. Rajan Kumar from the School of International Studies at the Jawaharlal Nehru University in New Delhi. Dr. Kumar, welcome to DD India News Hour. Now, before I come to you, I want to inform our viewers that there is a legal angle to it all, and then there is a political angle to it. Let's, for the moment, focus on the political aspects and implications of this case on US politics in general and Trump in particular. Dr. Kumar, coming to you, as we saw in the report filed by my colleague in New York City, Trump is calling it political witch hunt and a scam trial. Do you agree?
I think that's the opinion of Trump, and many of the people in the US and worldwide, they do not necessarily agree to that kind of opinion. But at the macro level, what I see, 2-3 things happening in the United States today. The first is the kind of decay of democracy. The Constitution framers and even the 14th Amendment of 1868, they never visualized that a convicted person, a person who is likely to be convicted, indicted person, can rise to the level of a popular presidency when he'll be validated for the post of president. So they could not imagine this kind of situation, that a felony, a person who is being convicted in criminal case, that person would be fighting for the president. The 14th Amendment of 1868, it bars, it has certain criteria. One is that you have to have 35 years of age. You should be a natural citizen, and you should be a residency of 14 years. And the 14th Amendment, the addition was that you should not be participating in, you should not have participated in any insurrection. So beyond that, politically or legally at least, Trump can fight as president even when he's convicted. Which means that even if he is in jail, he can be the candidate from the Republican side. So what it says, Rameshji, in my view, is a clear decay of the institution and the norms which we were expecting from a country which claims to be the model of democracy in the world. But unfortunately, it has come to the pass where a person who is likely to be convicted in one of the cases, he can also become a president.
Dr. Kumar, building on the argument you make, Trump has become the first former US president to stand trial in a criminal case. Now, his supporters call it vendetta. His opponents say no one is above the law. But this case might not land Trump in jail, but the other cases filed against him could certainly complicate his bid to win back the White House, is it not?
In terms of consequences, this criminal case related to hush money, this is least criminal in comparison to other cases. There are four criminal cases, as you know. One is the case of he keeping the classified documents in Florida. The second case is related to Washington, D.C., where his role in the Capitol riot which took place, and interference in Georgia. So those three cases have larger consequences in terms of jail term, prison, etc. This is the least as far as the prison, etc. is concerned. But this again is a criminal case, and what is interesting about this particular case being discussed is that the judge is also saying, one merchant is the judge, also saying he's at least indicating, not saying, he's indicating that this might have influenced the electoral outcome. So it's not just about the hush money, but also its outcome on his winning in 2016. So the case is getting complicated. What happens in the jury? America has a very different kind of system. As you know, that juries are appointed, jurors are appointed through a legal process, which we are not aware in India. India's case is very different, and 12 jury members would be elected. Not elected, rather appointed through a legal process. And finally, it will take 4 to 6 weeks to take the trial. But the interesting thing is that even if he is convicted, can he become a president or not? The legal answer is yes. Even if he is in prison, he can be the president. And Trump being Trump, he is not going to bow down. He is not going to surrender. And as he has said very clearly that this is a political witch hunt, he is saying it's a scam. And after every trial in the past few years, we have seen that his popularity has risen. And in many of the opinion surveys today, Trump is leading vis-a-vis Biden by a very small margin. But in many of the flux states, he is leading. So it's a very difficult situation in US. There is a huge polarization taking place. So the American democracy is under threat. Because the normative lead that used to take, the moral value that it used to command, and the kind of message that it used to send throughout the world, that is now under decay, that is questionable. And people think that what is happening in America will have implications not only in America, but also in other countries.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Dr. Rajan Kumar, thank you.